tell you the story. You've got people that are 8,000 kilometers away. You don't have to be a genius. I was just at Trevor. Yeah. Hey, back from a prop. What happened to them? They were like this Buddha there. Now he's from a prop. You were Buddha, begin to slip. He's so proper.
Yeah, but he's a good chap.
No, no, he's very good.
Have you, very nice one.
You want to give me the phone?
Okay, so what are you going to do? We're going to make a little now. I'll make a little announcement outside. Okay? And then we'll say like so.
This is man he's the chief actor. This is the rabbi.
Okay, I'm the rabbi. Nice to meet you. Hi, my name is Brian.
Godwin.
Is it God?
Godwin.
Godwin. God wins. He usually does. God usually wins, right? No question. I told Trevor that I was coming to see the mayor of Paarl. So at least he thinks he's the mayor of Paarl. I don't know if he is. I've never seen the
You
votes.
didn't speak to William.
No, I mean I just spoke to Trevor, but there were other guys.
Yeah,
there were other guys there. But they're really very prim and proper. I mean, you walk into
get a
that
cup of
place,
tea
and
and-
it is unbelievable.
Compare it to Kamina and these people in Cape Town and Zolan is all over the stuff.
That place is unbelievable. The office.
Cliff.
I
You have to go to
stopped
Cliff
at
this afternoon. Oh, Cliff, yeah.
Yeah, no, you walk in there and it's.
Kalyan?
Hi, Brian.
Natalie.
Natalie, you know, I now live close to your dad.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go and say hello, but I just haven't got there yet.
You're also just as busy as he is. He always tells me, I'm busy, don't bother me.
Yeah, got too many girls there. Do you know the guy here with the glasses? Okay. You do?
We know the name on him.
Okay, so what you going to do?
Yeah,
So
okay.
outside?
Yeah, you recognize the face now. They all your children. Family? Did you read it?
Yes, yes, quite good.
Yeah, Jeremy.
I know.
You don't have a proper name,
Yeah, you're right. Nobody calls me by my first name.
What is it?
Joshua. Official.
Oh, official.
So, you know, as a kid growing up here, they started off calling me official, but all the names that went with it. So we changed.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Then my eldest granddaughter. Already guys in the trip for the gap year. And 13 years later, she just got married.
So what about your
Oh, that's, yeah. I mean, it sounds crazy. Our first anniversary was in October. Fantastic. Crazy.
Well, my mum was 87. She didn't get married, but her boyfriend was 93, and they had 3 boys.
To be a normal start. And I'm more so for a man. And I'm so fortunate I'm still okay. It's just in hospital. She did understand. She helped me to stand on the bed. I remember years ago.
Of course, yes. Yeah, you can see I'm the baby.
He looks so much like his brother.
Yeah.
There's a guy, Alex. So I'm going to be I couldn't understand it. I don't know where he came from. I think he's in Canada. Doesn't ring a bell. So you don't know everyone else in the
No. The one talking to my brother.
What's your hobby? What's your birthday? Oh, I was just going to say, I just thought so, yeah, I go with the no, husband that
Really?
he goes up.
Wait, your drama film or a normal person's drama?
No, he did a normal. Yes, a normal drama.
Hi, how are you? How do you know that's true? I told your grandsons. You look good, don't you? No, you're right. It's not as far as it seems.
No, I'm not talking to you. You will take over from me. The rabbi's going to stop just outside his office. They're going to do a test. You look at job There's a video coming on. Sound.
No, you're a young guy, you're younger than me.
Now, it's supposed to be open.
Really? Yes, he's so rude. He's so freaking rude. He's so rude.
Walk into that one.
You are not so very rude. You were straight out rude. I was wondering, you said these agents, so then look after myself. Straight out rude.
Say you don't look good. That's why you don't look good.
Tell me what time are we going to Dublin?
I think we should get it. I really think we should get it done as soon as we get to this is get it done with.
People must go and that one's probably not used, but you want to do that.
No, absolutely. You also think that
Hello. Hi.
That doesn't
Television is tired. I wanted to get to the tired. What's he going to do?
It's a nice place to say it, but yeah, better than being here.
Is it? Not like what the price of?
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, please step closer.
You look good. Always.
Please step a bit closer. We don't have a microphone here.
You're the microphone.
Welcome everybody. It's a very sad occasion this. We're going to bury Auntie Lily, and Auntie Lily was everybody's friend. Not only mine, there's nobody in the world that she wasn't a friend of. And she knew all of us, and we had all plenty of huisbesoeke, Auntie Lily and her sidekick Auntie Sadie. So Auntie Lily's final resting place is also, by chance, very close to Auntie Sadie. So I'm going to hand you over to Brian. Brian's going to conduct the service. I'm just going to call the following pallbearers to please step forward. Just stand here by my dad, and then we'll go inside now. Barry Katzeff, Neil Katzeff, Etienne de Toy, Freddie Siebrits, Brendan Fortuin, Jeremy Kropman, Vishal Kaufman, Charles Press, and Louis Manitzer. We will go like halfway to the tree, between the trees, and then we'll stop, and I'll call the next lot of pallbearers. Thank you. Over to you. You want to go inside? Okay, then open the door. Here, books for everybody. pallbearers can stand in position. There's a four on the side or whatever. You can wait. The last announcement from my side is that, seeing that no direct family here to say Kaddish, we're going to be a first here today, we're going to say a communal Kaddish. The Rabbi will tell us and we'll all say a communal Kaddish. Thank you.
For those who have got books, we're going to begin on page number 1. This first prayer that we say is the central part of the burial service, and it is a collection of verses and of ideas that have been written down that answer a lot of the questions that we have, or at least mention, that bring up the questions that we have. They try and look at it from various perspectives. The questions that we have about coming into this world, about leaving this world, and about finding meaning while we are here. The rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment. A God of faithfulness and without iniquity, just and right is he. השליט במטו ובמעל, ממיס ומחיים מוריד שאול ויועל. עצור תמים בכל מעשה, ויאמר אליו מה תעשה, האומר לו עושה חסד חילום, לא נסעשה, ובזכות הנקוד כסה, הקשיבו ועשה. Art thou, a perfect rock, slow to anger and full of compassion, spare and have pity upon parents and children, for thine, Lord, is forgiveness and compassion. צדיק התורה, אדוני לעם ישראל לחייס, השם בהיותך פקדון כל מחוז. חלילה לך זיכרוננו לי מחוז, ויהיו עיניך ברח sentence, and all unto him. We know, O Lord, that thy judgment is righteous. Thou art justified when thou speakest, and pure when thou judgest. And it is not for us to murmur at thy method of judging. Just art thou, O Lord, and righteous are thy judgments. Gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And he being merciful forgiveth iniquity and destroyeth not. Yea, though many a time he turneth his anger away, and doth stir up all his wrath. Adonai noson v'Adonai lokach, Yehi Shem Adonai u'v'roch, v'urachum echacharavan v'lo yashches, v'hibolo shlako v'lo yemir, kol kamasoy. We turn over on page number 3 and we continue with Psalm 16. מכתב לדוד שומרני אל כחסיסי בך אמרת לאדוני אדוני תבוסי בא לך לקדושים אשר בארץ עמו ואדוני כל חצי בם ירבו התפסם אחר מהרו בעל הסיכניס כהם מדום ובעל יסור איזה שמוי סומל ספסוי אדוני מנוס חלקי וחייסי אתה תומך קורא לי חבלים נפלו לי בנימים אך לא שופרו עלי אברכס אדוני אשר יוצאני I've set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand. I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart rejoiceth, and my glory is in safety. For thou wilt not abandon my soul to the grave, neither wilt thou suffer thy loving to see the pit. Thou wilt make known to me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand bliss forevermore. No death. V'yashrei v'afar el haaretz v'shor Yavarach toshub el Elohim Hashem l'sonam Mili v'shamayim v'mechalot v'fatzti v'haaretz Kolo sheri u'levavi tzur levavi v'chalki Elohim l'olam Ma yokar chatocha Elohim u'bnei. And a portion for her maiden. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laugheth at the time to come. She stretches out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reaches forth her hands to the needy. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and the Lord's loving kindness is on her tongue. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, he praiseth her. Many daughters have done worthily, but thou excellest them all. Grace is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that revereth the Lord she shall be praised. Give her the fruits of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates. Tanu la pri mi yodea v'hallelujah v'sharim ma'aseh. Yishalem Adonai Palech Yosihi Maskul Teshalem Omim Adonai Yisrael Asher Bas Lachasois Zachas Kanafa. We move outside, and outside we'll make the blessing before we continue to pray.
Stop on the level. Yeah, stop as het terwijl nog een is.
Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam asher yotzar eschem b'adin v'mis eschem b'adin v'yodea mispar kolchem b'adin v'yosid lachazir lachayos echem b'adin Baruch atah Adonai mechayei ameisim atah gibor olam Adonai mechayei ameisim atah rav l'Hoshea mechalkel chaim b'chesed mechayei ameisim b'rachabim rabim somech noflim v'rofech cholim u'matir asurim v'mismachem asmiach Yeshua v'ne'emonato lachayos meisim. Can we continue onto the graveside? Yosef says Elyon Betzal Shaddai Yisraelan Omar Ladonai Maxim Zedosi Lahayef Tachboy Ihu Yatzil Chomi Pach Yakush Medever Havois Be'evra So Yasech Loch Besachas Tukanafav Texetina Besacherami Toy Lo Yisirami Pachad Loi Lemechis Yuf Yomam Medever Boitel Yaloch Mechketev Yeshut Zoroyim Yipol Metzit Cha'elef Urbavami Menech Elech Lo Yigosh רק בנך הסבית שלו מסך שריב תראה כי התוארנה מקסי עליון שמת מונך לא שונא אליך רע בנגע לא יקרב עליך כי מהלך וצו ולך לשמור בכל דרכיך על כפיים יוסם כפה תגוף ונוגלך על שחר ופסם תדרק תמוז כפיר וסנין הביך השחפה ולצעצה גברת ידע שמין יקראני בני אמו אנוכי בצורך על הצבע פדיו Erech Yomim Asbi'ehu V'arei B'Shuasi Erech Yomim Asbi'ehu V'arei B'Shuasi.
Thank you, gentlemen. The next gentleman, Mr. Zurov, Mr. Ravi, Mr. Marensa, Mr. Foreman, Mr. De Beer, Mr. De Koch, please step forward. Mr. Richards, Mr. Dekania.
Thank you.
These guys are fit, they can all
I'm just going to stop once more. Yosef B'Ses Elyon B'Tzel Shaddai Yisraelan Omar Ladonai Maxim Zedosi Lahayef Tachboy Ihu Yatzil Chomi Pach Yakush Medever Havois Ve'evra So Yasech Loch V'Sachas Tukanafav Texetina V'Socherami To'oi Lo Yisirami Pachad Loi Lemechetzi Ufyom Midever Ba'ofel Yahaloch Meketev Yeshut Zoroyim Yipol Metzitcha Elef Urbavami Menech Elech Lo Yigosh רק בעיניך סבית שלא מסו שאם תראה כי התואר אינה מחס עליון שמת מונך לא שונא לך רעה ונגע לא יקרב עליך כי מלאך ויצא ולך לשמורך בכל דרכיך על כפיים יסונך פן תגוף ונוגלך על שחר ופסם תדרק תמוס כפיר וסנין הביך ראשק בעבלתהו עשה גברת כי יודע שמי יקראני בנהו עמו אנוכי וצרח על הצבח פדיהו Erech Yomim Asbi'ehu V'arei B'Shuasi Erech Yomim Asbi'ehu V'arei B'Shuasi. Yosef B'Ses Elyon B'Tzel Shaddai Yisraelan Omar Ladonai Maxim Zedosi Lahayef Tachboy Ki Hu Yatzil Chomi Pach Yakush B'Dever Havois Bevrasa yasek lach. Vesachas kanafak seksa tzina vesachera mitoim. No shirami pakad loyla mechetzi utimam. מדבר באופן אלך מכתב ישצריים יפול מצדך אלך ורביבה ממנך אליך לא ייגש רק בינך סבית בשביל המסל שאם תראה יצא למסל עליון שמת מונך לא שונא לך רע ונגע לא יקרב עליך כי מלאך וסבי לך לשמוך בכל דרכך על כחוי מכל יסם וכן בגף נגע פרמנגלך אשר אחר פרופסר תדרך ומסכתו בסמים TV חשך וקראינו ביניהם במוען נקיד בדרך זה וחדיו ערך ימים עתיאיו והרבי שבחתי ערך ימים עתיאיו ועתיאיו משובחתי
Okay, thank you. You'll take over from there.
Shalom. May she come to her final resting place in peace. And place 3 shovelfuls of sand into the grave. It is considered to be a mitzvah, an honor to the deceased.
Anybody's allowed to this.
first one is written by Selwyn. Mommy, Granny, or Oma Lily, as we're most affectionately known here by Daniel and all our friends. You were the most devoted mother to all of us, and absolutely adored by your grandchildren. You lived with us in Paarl after Opa Gerald died, and we loved having you with us. Cindy remembers morning after morning waking up in your bed. All the years when you were traveling, you never missed a chance to be part of our lives, even though we lived so far apart, traveling to Israel, Auckland, and Melbourne. We never wanted to leave you behind, and you came with us to Auckland. But you knew what you wanted, and you lived your life in the way you wanted to in Paarl. Even when you could not travel, you were still so involved and stayed up to date with your weekly Sunday night marathon chats to Daniel, where you wanted to know every detail of great-grandchildren's lives, and were kept up to date with pictures of the Kinderlach from Cindy and all of us. The messages and love that have poured in from far and wide is overwhelming, and testament to your ability to connect with people in a profound and lasting way. You are an example to the whole family of a life well lived, with your priorities being loyalty towards family, friends, and community. You continue to be part of our lives every day as we draw upon your vast body of practical, down-to-earth sayings and tips for child rearing and dealing with difficult situations. Examples of which include: the mother is the child's worst enemy. If they don't eat, give them ice cream. Bottles are made for babies. They're all gifted until you put them behind the school desk. Everyone must do what suits them, and don't see it on themselves. They don't see it on themselves. And of course, are you well? Which I'm sure you will all agree deals with the most of life's challenges and situations. Our heartfelt thanks go to the most incredible support of Paarl Hebrew congregation, Mark Ide and Rabbi Oppert. Please forgive us if we have missed anybody. To the families of Linda and Freddie for the lifelong love and devotion, but especially over the last few years, which have not been easy. To all the staff at Oda Renbarn for the love and care which you have shown these past 18 months. Lily, you are the matriarch of the family and will leave such a hole in our lives. We love and miss you. This letter is from Lily's 3 daughters. Mommy, thank you for being you and being the best mother you could be. I know it wasn't always easy for you. You were such a headstrong, brave mother. No matter what, always put our needs first. You were such a dedicated wife to Daddy. We remember how during the grape season, you took over the running of the business and let him be busy with the crop. You and Daddy worked very hard and taught us to be diligent and hardworking as we are today. You wanted us to leave South Africa and follow our hearts. We always admired your strength and your good heart and the long journey that you took to see your grandchildren and great-grandchildren living abroad. We always wanted you to be with us in Israel, but understood the best thing for you was to be in South Africa surrounded by all you know. You were so blessed to have been a granny and great-granny, loved and admired by all. Although we have always lived with physical distance between us all, there was not a day that passed by that we didn't think and hope all is well with you. We were so lucky to have had the opportunity to fly and see you a few weeks ago and to say our goodbyes, if that's something a person is ever able to do. Now you are at peace and with loved ones. Mommy, may your dear soul rest in peace. From Cheryl, Merle, and Deborah Ann. This letter is from Maya, Lily's oldest granddaughter. My granny, the smart lady, always elegant, always sharp. I remember her hiding chocolates between her clothes and the high necklace on her neck. When I was a little girl, she sent me birthday postcards. I kept it till this day. She always taught me, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. I miss touching your freckled old skin. I hope you and Opa are dancing up there to a Nat King Cole song. I will always love you, Maya. This letter from Tanya, Lily's granddaughter. My granny, partner in crime, my sweet tooth. It's 2 in the morning and I can't sleep. Thinking of you and remembering. I remember when I was a little girl, every year on my birthday I got a letter from you with the most beautiful card in the world. I still have them all. You were far but still remembered me. When you came to visit, we ate sweets and chocolates together. You would tell me to take off my elbows from the table, and I would do it on purpose. Kids, go figure. You used to knit for all the grandkids, and even your great-grandson got to wear it. And of course, I can never forget the rollerblades you gave me. A dream come true. Our Lily, I think that just now I realize you were a role model. Strong woman, independent, running the world, running a business all by yourself. Hope to be half of you. Thank you for being part of our life. You made them better. Love, Tanya. This letter is from Karen, Lily's granddaughter. I will forever love you through this life and the next to come. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Thank you for your strength, light, stubbornness, and courage. Guidance, caring, and endless love. Even with kilometers between us, you are forever beating in my heart and in my life. I thank every single moment I had the opportunity to see you and to feel your strong and securing embrace. I laid my head atop your shoulder and always felt so safe. To talk to you about life and old memories and learn to slowly know all the parts of you. You meant the world to me, you still do, and I believe you know that. I believe your beautiful soul from the bottom of my heart in this life and each one to come. Take care of us. Take care of us from up there. Until we meet again, my endless love, Karen. Letter from Tal, Lily's grandson. Hi, Granny. You are free from lying in bed, free from being disabled, and the most important thing, free to be with Opa again. We cannot imagine how much he was waiting for you. Hope you are laughing, enjoying, and catching up. I miss you. We all miss you so much. You had such a positive effect on your surroundings, and were so generous and caring, and did the best job you could. Bye, Granny. See you in the end. This letter is from Dan, Lily's grandson. Despite the distance between us all of these years, we felt close to you and loved you so much. You were a good granny. The service continues with the memorial prayer, which can be found on page 7. אנו אדוני מלך מלא רחם ומלא רוחו לכל בשר אשר ביודך נפשו סוכן במעשה אנו קבל בחסדך הגדול את נשמת מורס לאה ומורס חנה מינה אשר נאספה אל עמו חוס וחמול עליה סלח ומחול לכל פשעיה כי אדם אין צדיק בארץ אשר יעשה טוב ולא יחטא זכור לו צדקו אשר עשו וישכר איתו ולא עשה לפניה. Our Lord and God, who are full of compassion, God of the spirits of all flesh, in his hands of the souls of the living and the dead, receive, we beseech thee, in thy great loving kindness, the soul of Moras Leah Bas Moras Chanamina, who hath been gathered unto her people. Have mercy upon her, pardon all her transgressions, for there is none righteous upon the earth who doeth only good, and sinneth not. Remember unto her the righteousness which she wrought, and let her recompense be with her, and her reward before her. O shelter her soul in the shadow of thy wings. Make known to her the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand bliss forevermore. Bestow upon her the abounding happiness that is treasured up for the righteous. O no hasteris nishmaso b'tzel kanafecha, v'de'eh orachaim tzavas machos panecha nimos b'mincha netzach, v'sashpeh lo me'erav tuv, tzafun latzadikim. כמו שכתוב, מה רב צופך אשר צפנת לרעך באת לחויסים בך נגד בני אדם. O Lord, who healest the broken-hearted and bindest up their wounds, grant thy consolation unto the mourners. Strengthen and support them in their day of grief and sorrow, and remember them and their children for a long and good life. Put into their hearts a fear and love of thee, that they may serve thee with a perfect heart, and let their latter end be one of peace. Amen. Like one whom his mother comforted, so will I comfort you, saith the Lord, and in Jerusalem shall ye be comforted. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself, for the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. He maketh death to vanish and life eternal, and the Lord God wipeth away tears from off all faces, and the reproach of his people shall he take away from off all the earth. The Lord hath spoken it. Ki ish asher imot nachamenu, ken anochen nachamchem, Yerushalayim tenuchamu, v'yavod shem shekerchech lo yaseh, Ki Adonai Eloch la'orei lo, v'shomu yemev lech, v'la hamavis lanetzach, v'mocha Adonai Elohim dim'om al kol panim, v'chepasam u'mazir me'al kol ha'oretz, Ki Adonai diber. As Mark mentioned, that none of the family, none of the direct mourners are here, but it's clear that Auntie Lily was so much part of the family that it behooves us to all join together and say a communal Kaddish for her. The Kaddish can be found on page 10. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei rabah v'yolamad v'barach v'yisrael v'amich v'akusel v'chayachonu v'yomachonu v'chayeh v'chol beis Yisrael v'agulav v'zman kariv v'yomur amen v'yehei shmei rab v'barach v'olam v'yomel mayah Yisparach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisramam v'yisnaseh v'ysadar v'yisaleh v'yisalal shmei v'yishah v'richu Elam mikol v'yachasa b'shir asal tishbachasa v'nechamasa amiran v'yolama v'imru amen Yehei shalom arabah v'shemaya achayim alenu v'akol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom v'imrumav v'yaseh shalom alenu v'akol Yisrael v'imru amen. The service continues on page 11 with the memorial prayer. El malei rachamim esholchen v'amroimim Hamatzei menuchon nechonoi tachas kanta shechinah V'malos kodeshim etzorim Hazirihim Es nishmas Moras leah bas Moras chana mina Shochol olamo V'avur כל הקהל מספלים בעבור בעד אזכורת נשמתו וגם אין את מנוחתו לכן בעל הרחמים יסתרו בסייס כנפיו לעולם ונאמר Amen. We repeat again the Kaddish, which can be found on page 10 in unison. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei rabah v'olmad yibrach Yerusei v'yamlich malchusei v'chayachonu v'yamechonu v'chayeh dechol beis Yisrael v'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru amen Yehei shmei rabah v'berach l'olam u'lemei u'mayah Yisparach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisramam v'yisnaseh v'yisadar v'yisaleh v'yisalal shmei d'kodesha v'richu Le'elam min kol b'chasa v'shir asa tishbachasa v'nechamasa D'amiran v'olama v'imru amen Yehei shalom arabah min shemaya v'chayim alenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom v'imrumav v'yaseh shalom alenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Clearly, as mentioned in all of the eulogies that were sent on, Auntie Lily had a loving, close relationship with Opa, with Gerald, and being buried next to him, we're going to make a haskora for Gerald as well, which will also be followed by the Kaddish, which will be on page 10. El molei rachamim esholchen v'amroimim Hamatzei menuchon nechonoi tachas kanfa shechinah v'ma'alos kodoshim Otorim kizar k'amazirim Es nishmas Reb Tzemach v'Reb Moshe Sheholach לעולמו ועבור שכל הקהל מתפללים בעד הזכרת נשמתו וגן עדן מנוחתו לכן יספרך וישתבח ויספרה וישמם יתנשא ויסלל ויסלל שמי דקדושה בריחו אלוהים מכל ברכתו ואשר עשה תשבחתו ונחמתו d'amiran v'olama v'imru amen. Yehei shalom arabah min shemaya v'chayim alenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imrumav v'yaseh shalom alenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. On behalf of all of the family, I'd like to thank you for joining in bringing Lily to her final resting place, and we wish the mourners who can see us over Zoom, we wish them Hamokim Menachem Eschem B'Sol Shar HaVeretz Tzion V'Yushalayim. May the Almighty comfort you amongst the other mourners in Zion and Jerusalem. We wish you long life. That concludes the service.
Thank you very much. you are invited to tea at Ida. So I'm not going to explain where, you just have to follow the car in front of you. It's very close, and just ask around who's going to Ida and just hop in behind. A lot of you will have to park outside because there's limited park inside, but it's not far to walk. Thank you.
Kom maar.
Kan ik Bas aangaan?
Ja, je kan je helpen toegooien.
Oké, zo ja.
Kom.
Sorry.
Jy gaan nou saam na Ida. En moet ik gaan aflossen. Kan alle man ook nou weer.